Hello everyone, my name's the Doctor, and this video is on tripods, cameras, setting them up, taking them down, and transferring your footage and audio to the computer into whichever software of your choice. This particular one is going to be Vegas Pro. Now let's get started. As you probably know, this is a tripod and currently in the bag. So, first step, or one step of setting up a tripod you need to know is don't force it. If it's not showing it, doing it how you want it to, don't make it. If you force something to do it, it'll break. So, for example, what I'm currently doing, as you may be able to see, is I'm extending the legs. Most tripods will be able to do this in one form. Mine is clips. And make sure you extend it as far as you want. Always, in my personal opinion, extend the top ones first, then focus on these ones. But in this case, since I'm setting it up all the way, I'm doing them all. But start with this one, see if it's tall enough, then move on to the rest. Now, with tripods, there's a lot to it. This is a tripod mount. Most cameras will have a similar thing to it. And you will take the camera and put it on the mount. Now, for this particular example, I'll be using a Canon PowerShot SX530HS. This camera, you attach it to the little screw mount on the bottom of the camera, by the way. Most cameras will have something similar. So you screw it on tight, then you'll clip it on with this in the back onto the camera. Now, since I've already checked my camera, but normally you check the camera, make sure the memory card, make sure it's plugged in, make sure you have the lens cap off, make sure you set it up how you want it. So let's say, for example, I want a scene right here in front of the mic. I will turn on the camera, make sure it looks good. Normally I wouldn't be in the scene, but for example, like this. Right now I'm probably not proportional to either of these screens because I'm too close. But like you do recording, you have a mic. Like I'll show you. For example, we have the Blue Yeti mic. You probably won't see it on this, but you may see it when I show you a preview of how uploading this to the software. Here's a note with most tripods: don't unscrew any of the screws all the way. If you do, they will fall out. And by the way, just so you know, you can raise this on most tripods. But for example, right here, if you unscrew this all the way, a screw will come out. So now that I've kind of shown you basics, I'll show you what you can do. So with tripods, make sure everything's tight, this is on. Let's say you want to get a lean back shot and you don't want to undo the thing. You can go like this. But to be honest, if you want to get a good lean shot, like for this one, if you want to move it up and down, you tighten this a bit. You can go up, go down. You want to go sideways, you unscrew this thing right here. You can turn it. And it's basically, it's simple. It's just be nice to the tripod and the tripod will be nice to you. Like I've always said, don't force it and be nice. If you want to take it off, like this, you can. Like this. Here's another portion I will show you with video editing. For our example, the Blue Yeti mic and our cameras. As you may have noticed in our class, if you have our class, is that we tend to use the mic, then, use the mic audio with the camera's footage. But with cameras, you have to do a clap test. And I know some people are confused on what a clap test is. It's not where you clap a bunch of times like this. It's where you have one decisive clap to align the audio. You kind of see how you set up camera. Well, By the way, if you want to see some camera videos and how to take photos, what type of camera, they're not for video but for pictures, I do have links on my channel that if you want, just talk to me or comment below and we will get those to you as a side note. But you guys have seen setting up. Now I will show you how to take it down. So with this tripod, I forgot to tell you, you would tighten it right here, but so you can go like this, then you lower the legs. You do this all nicely. If you don't do it nicely, you could break the tripod or damage it. In my case, you go like, you fold this down, and you put it in the bag. I always put you in the bag, but you guys can do it like this. I'm not done with the tripod. So, now you guys have seen how like a tripod works. Let's show you some of the other aspects of video editing on the physical half of it. Also, keep the camera on the mount. Don't take it off unless you're done. This is behind the scenes of my behind the scenes. For example, see, I recorded the video. This on my phone. Video production is an art and a skill. It's not just all in the acting. But a good story comes from the writing. But making the magic behind the scenes comes from all this. Like we have that, we have the tripod, we have the mic. And look. If you have any more questions, you can ask me. You can ask me in the comments, you can ask me in person. Just be kind to all the equipment. Like I said, not all the tripods, not all the cameras will look like ours. But just be kind to the equipment, be kind to the editors, be good at acting, and have fun. In video productions, the key is not, well, there's two keys to this, I consider. Key one is having fun. Key two is doing the best job we can. If we can achieve both of those, I'll say we succeeded in our goal. When you're done with the camera, take off the screw mount unless otherwise instructed.
A few moments later.
We would transfer footage over to any computer we're happen to be using. I recommend you save it to external. Now let's see. We are going to be transferring audio, transferring footage. You would take this off, take this out, insert it into the computer wherever it goes. Go to this. And if you, as you see, I have an SDHC. That is where the files are. For example, I have, take this, like, for instance, I'm going to cut them to make a new folder called, for example, tripod work. Take this, stop that.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
And we are back. And the footage has now been brought to our computer. So now you can go like this and either insert it the old-fashioned way or drag and drop the footage into here. As you can see, this is the footage I took on the camera of it recording me. But as you can hear, the audio is not the best for this. That's a wind background. But we've added the files to it.
12 seconds later.
I will see you guys all later. Live long and prosper.
Have to run. 20-minute jog. Whew. This is such a workout. And you could get a green screen like this effect too if you watch this tutorial coming up, class.
What's up, guys? It's your classmate Dylan here with a tutorial on how to do green screen effects first. I have others coming up, but this is what I was recording first. As you can see, I have a screen recorder, but that's not prevalent to what we're going to do right now. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is drag in your project. So you would drag in the video, and it obviously does that, but we're going to delete that because I already have my footage here already edited. This is just the tutorial on how to edit clips. So what you're first going to do is in video effects, you're going to go to this one called Chroma Key. What you want to do is you want to choose the default one. And then you see how this is checked, it's sort of blue. You want to uncheck this and you go to this, and then you go to the little thing and then choose one area of the green screen. Check this, and look, boom. First part already done. Now, second part we're going to need to do, this requires going to Google, and we're going to Google a forest. Now we're going to trail. That's what we're going to do instead of forest. So you see I have a nice clear background in Google. I like this one better. So what you want to going to do is find an image, save it to wherever you want to.
A few moments later.
Go to your media, project media, and then you want to drag in your image. You can either go file, import media, and then you can find it on wherever the file's placed at, or you can just drag and click the file in here. So that's what we're going to do. So what you want to do next is insert another video track, raise this up, and put this in its place. And we'll fix that in a minute. So for now, you just want to drag it in all the way, turn the opacity down, go to images. I'm not going to explain this part because that's not a part of the tutorial that I'm showing you. And then drag in. So you see how it sort of worked? Well, what you want to do is you want to mask it. And this part you don't need to know. You don't need to know how to mask quite yet because I'll explain it in future, but we're just going to mask this out. And then boom chaka.
Have to run.
Okay, that mask wasn't perfect, so I'm just going to go back into it and move my mask. Yeah. So basically I'm moving my mask out so I can get more of my flailing arms, you know, beautifulness. Okay, go just stretch it out. Stretch this out, and as you can see, this is not the setup process, but this is the editing process. I'm recording the visual effect first because I'll show you how to set it up in a second. But yeah. So you see how it sort of achieves the effect.
20-minute jog.
The effect of me doing it. Well, the issue is I'm quite transparent. This one, the lighting actually worked and it looked transparent. So what you want to do is copy, paste another file. Oh, oops. Go to group, remove. And as you can see, I'm a little more solid. I'm still kind of transparent, so we're going to add another track. We're going to copy, and we're going to paste this. And you see, the more times I do this, I look clear. But you see, there comes an issue with seeing the green screen. So when you come into that issue, what you're going to want to do is go, you want to go in here, and as you can see here, I need to shrink this because this is way too large. As you can see here, right here, it's lower threshold. You're going to want to do this until the background completely disappears, and we're going to have to do that with a couple tracks because you see the background disappeared a little bit. Going to have to do it again. And now what you want to do is insert another track, copy, and paste the file until you get... We're going to have to lower the threshold for all of them. Okay, so as you can see, what I forgot to do is when you add a lot, you have to lower the threshold. Not all the way, but so you can't see the background. Then I have to copy paste even more times till eventually you'll get it. So I'm going to speed this up because it's going to take forever. It takes a little bit, but yeah.
Have to run!
Okay, now that we fast forward to that, sorry, I had to figure out the lower threshold thing. Now I can delete these extra tracks because I didn't need as much as I expected it. But as you can see from the first clip to now, you get this same effect.
Have to run!
I'm solid,
20-minute jog.
nice and clear.
Whew, this is such a workout.
I mean, there's a little lighting issue here and you can see the shadows, but for the most part, it works. So yeah, that is the tutorial on how to edit. All right, time to go to the next tutorial. All right, guys, welcome back to another video. So first things first, I'm going to delete these files.
12 seconds later.
Hello, and welcome back again. I'm sorry I keep on saying welcome back. I can't think of any intros to do for this tutorial because it's just like, I've just jumped one from another. I felt like this is separate, but it's all in the same video, but whatever. Okay, so now we're going to teach you basics on editing simple stuff. So first what you want to do is like, so you see with this clip, I hit a Lego brick, you know, and you sort of see there's undesirable parts, and I basically, like this.
Walking through a forest, I'm walking through a forest.
I'm sorry, I have to jog, not walk. So what you want to do is the first thing I've learned with any video editing software. It's different from most ones, but generally speaking, what you want to do is click S. S is a very simple, it just splits the video track. And then what you do in Sony Vegas, at least is for me, other video editing softwares are different, but you just click delete and then boom, click S to split and then that delete button to delete. It depends with certain other video editing softwares. Okay, we're going to use this one as an example. So let's say, you know, there's a green screen effect and we don't want this white showing, because if the white's showing, then the green screen effect doesn't work any much. So I'm just going to show you a very quick basic thing to do, which is called masking. So this is a little pen icon, and what you basically want to do is masking cuts out things you don't want in a video. So this white part we don't want to do, so you just click around yourself. And then see? Then all that's left is the
Have to
little
run.
part. See, all that's left is the little part of me jogging. Now, I didn't do it perfectly, but I already did the green screen effect, so I don't need to do this again. And that's basically, you know, masking. It's not too hard, too difficult, too anything, really. And then, yeah. And then there's a bunch of other stuff you can do, which you just have to learn over time. But the last and final one we're going to do is just color correction. So you see here how it is. Now this helps with anything like bad lighting and stuff. So you see here, well, what if I want to adjust and make the green screen blue? Because I don't like this, the normal color. Then I can do it. And then see it does certain stuff, or you can change this to brighten the video, you know, if it's like too gray, and then mess with that. All depending upon the video, you'll use certain color corrections for different scenarios. So let's say we're going for very dark and brooding sensing. We probably want to pull that down, kind of pull the gamma out, pull this down. And as you see, it changed from a bright setting to a very dark setting. And this could set a really tone if you want to make the atmosphere angsty or something. And yeah, I could show you more effects, but it's kind of simple. With Sony Vegas, Vegas Pro 15, you just apply certain effects. Oh, like this TV look. You get a TV look. So for this one, it's quite easy because you can just put on effects and it makes it look a certain way, like this. It puts this effect, and you can adjust certain effects to fit how you want it to. So it all depends on what you do. But yeah, that's just basic editing 101. Nothing too complicated. I didn't want to overwhelm you guys. Oh, but there's one last thing I want to show you. What's really good and what you can use is like transitions. They're very good if you want to go from one clip to another. And this is the last thing I'll show you, and then we can go on to a different one. So basically, I'm going to delete the video effects just because we don't need it right now. And then you're basically going to drag in one of these effects. Depends on what I'm feeling right now. You know what? Let's do a little clock in. So you want to drag that there. And then what you'll see is you have this clip playing.
Have to run.
And then it transitions. So that indicates that some time has passed, or like something's changing, or you're going to a new environment. You know, it can be very useful, but editing works and is dependent upon certain situations. So yeah, that's the basic tip and tutorial tricks of using Sony Vegas. It's not too hard. I didn't want to get into too many stuff just because this is a basic thing. We don't know which program we're going to use, so I didn't want to go in too in depth. But yeah, that's basically it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this and enjoyed all my tutorialness. All right, goodbye.